Hello everybody, welcome. It's me, Conda, Sexy Vegan Wine Girl. And on today's show, as always, we're going to talk about something very, very dear to my heart. Food, vegan food. And who better to talk to us about that than my good girlfriend, Margot. Margot is here because she has an amazing company. She has a vegan company. Yes.
Yes.
And she has a gluten-free company.
Correct.
And so we're going to talk about the difference, and we're going to try some things. I know it's important to eat gluten-free, and I try my very best, but I'm hoping that Margot has some gluten-free food that's going to taste good because, oftentimes gluten-free tastes like, please put the gluten back in there, please. So welcome, Margot.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show, Conda.
You know what? It's a pleasure. I've heard so much about you. Your business partner told me so much about you, and I could not wait to meet you. And look, you graced me with your appearance today.
Well, thank you.
So, vegan food and vegan food business. First of all, I don't know, because not everybody who owns a vegan company is vegan. So, are you vegan?
Absolutely.
And tell us about your vegan journey. What inspired you to become a vegan?
I transitioned to veganism for health, and since doing so, I have transitioned all the way to being it for the animals. It's interesting how when you start doing something and you exclude meat from your diet, I was able to think about it differently. Eating meat was just something I always did. I never really thought about it. And then when I was thinking about it, it is murder. It isn't good for us. There's so many reasons not to eat meat and not to eat dairy. So I really, as I continued on in my vegan journey, I became a vegan versus a plant-based eater.
Okay, and you know what? I really hadn't thought about it like that. And I guess another way to think about it is that it's bad karma.
Correct.
Right? Okay, well, cool. Well, happy transition. Was it easy?
Thank you. It wasn't so hard for me because I had been a healthy eater for years and I love to cook clearly. So I could make my own food without any problem. So that made it a lot easier for my transition.
Okay, cool. And then what inspired you to be in business?
With the really healthy vegan food that I was eating, the whole food plant-based food that I was eating, I had to make all of my food from scratch. There was nothing available ready to eat on the shelf, and I decided to solve the problem to make the change that I wanted in the world. So that's what I did. I started my first company, Planty Meals, 3.5 years ago. And since then, I partnered up with a local vegan chef and we created Creative Vegan Gourmet. And that's what we're here to talk about today.
All right. So cool. So what do we have here?
Today I brought a few of our items along. We have, this wine is wonderful, by the way.
Thank you. Cheers, darling.
Thank you.
Vegan wine puts me in a great mood. Coupled with vegan food. Right?
Absolutely. Food and wine, what more do we need? So I do have gluten-free items as well as gluten items. All of our sandwiches and wraps do have gluten in them, but a lot of our package containers don't. And so our things are labeled with gluten-free, which is nice to see so that you know that something is gluten-free.
Okay.
So the first item that we have here is our vegan mac and cheese balls, our vegan gluten-free mac and cheese balls.
Gluten-free?
Yes. And they're very creamy.
Oh, because there's gluten-free pasta.
Yeah, so we actually are using bean curd pasta. We're not even using like a quinoa or a rice pasta. We're using something really, really unique. And it does make a very unique item, and people love them, so.
Well, you know what, girl? I love macaroni and cheese. Now, if you're going to get close to my comfort food, I'm hoping. I'm excited. Okay, so that's that. Are we going to try that now? Or
Yes,
are we going to?
yes. Let's get the...
Gluten-free. Mac balls. Mac and cheese balls. Okay.
So here we have a medley of a few different things.
Wow.
We can show this to the
very
people out here. And these are the mac and cheese balls here. You can see 6 come in each package. So they are individual balls that you can pick up. It is better if you warm them up a little bit, but you don't need to. You can eat them just the way that they are.
Okay.
I want this to fall here. So why don't you dig in?
I can't wait. And am I dipping it?
No, the sauce is for the Wakame Love balls.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
I'm nervous.
It does taste like mac and cheese. But what is bean curd?
Yeah, the noodles are bean curd noodles, correct.
They're like skinny little noodles.
Yeah, and they take on the flavor of the sauce that we make, and that was important to us to be flavoring the pasta and not have the pasta be the main focus of the dish.
It really doesn't taste gluten-free.
That's wonderful. We certainly don't want it to taste gluten-free, and we want it to taste like mac and cheese, or at least something delicious that you want more of.
Yes, we don't have napkins out here, it would seem. Do we have any napkins? I don't want to just like...
Right?
I'm going to do it anyway. We'll edit that. This is really good. Thank you. Okay.
And so the next item that we have on this plate here is we have our wakame love balls. These are made with wakame seaweed and then tofu, fresh herbs, and a little bit of chickpea flour in there as well. So, and then the sauce comes in the package with this, and it's a red sauce with a little bit of soy cream that we put in there. Sorry, I'm rushing you along. My bad.
I don't want this taste to go away.
That's a wonderful thing to hear. So, and these are gluten-free as well. And these are actually quickly becoming my favorite thing that we're making right now. I've been eating them for breakfast. Seaweed is a strange thing to eat for breakfast, but I don't mind.
I love seaweed.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just stuffing I'm so hungry. This is the best thing I could have had all day. So, more food.
More food, Conda.
All right, what do we have here?
Right here we have our buffalo wing wrap. We take tofu and we batter it and fry it, and then we toss it in our own buffalo wing sauce. And then we wrap it up so you can eat it very easily while you're running around town, because you're a busy lady.
Busy, busy, busy. And I love my food on the go. Although I won't walk down the street eating.
No, that's...
Not lady. That's
No.
not sexy.
No.
That's not sexy. Okay, let me just try this thing. I love those flavors. That's a homemade sauce? Okay.
Yeah.
Very tasty, very tasty.
Thank you.
What's out? What is this?
Spinach.
Spinach, okay.
We put spinach in all of our sandwiches and wraps.
I don't know. This might be my favorite one so far.
I think it's a good sign when every new one is your favorite.
Right.
That was my goal.
Wow. Too excited.
And then we do have one more wrap. Hope you saved room.
I don't know. Tell me about it.
So this is our breakfast burrito. We have tofu, egg, and seitan in there, so it's a steak and egg burrito that you can grab and have for your breakfast on your way to work.
Well, you've answered your own question about breakfast. You have
I
your own.
solved my own problem. I did.
Yes. Is this one of your favorites too?
This is one of my favorites, yes. Yeah, I really do enjoy tofu eggs.
So it's like a scrambled tofu.
Yes, yeah. And then our seitan adds a lot of flavor to it as well.
I would totally eat this for breakfast because it's nice and light. It's not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, the tofu lightens it up, and the seitan adds a lot of flavor. So and we're not putting too much seitan in there, so it's not too heavy.
I see where I'm going to be spending my weekends.
Well, you're always welcome.
Okay. I'll see you in about 10 minutes. And what's that?
So this is our green bean and feta. The feta is made with almond meal. It has garlic and lemon juice in it, so it has a lot of strong flavors in it. And we do try to resemble a feta. And we try to make all of our food easy to eat, because we are in the grab and go section of grocery stores. And so I want to make the food easy to eat. Personally, because I do food delivery and I'm always working, I eat in my car. 99% of the time. So I know what it's like to be on the go and have to grab a quick meal. Yeah, so all of these are easy to eat. You know, just take the lid off. You might need a fork. A lot of our stuff you can eat with your fingers.
Okay. I won't be so greedy. I took that big ass piece, and it's like it took me 6,000 years to chew it, and it wasn't even hard to chew. I just had so much of it in my mouth. And I'm dipping, or
yes, yes, that the sauce is what the sauce goes with.
Now, I love seaweed.
Okay.
So it's gonna have that seaweed taste. Like,
yes, yes.
I love seaweed. Now the sauce is what again?
It is a red sauce that we put a little soy cream in to lighten it up so it's not so heavy red. And we got onions and peppers in there that we blend in.
I thought it was going to be spicy, but it's not.
Yeah, that's why I choose this for breakfast. I struggle with breakfast as a vegan. I like hot breakfasts, but I try not to eat a ton of gluten, even though I'm not 100% gluten-free. So I find that a lot of breakfast foods have a lot of gluten in them. And so I struggle for breakfast. And I think that if this was spicy, I wouldn't go to it for breakfast the way that I do, but I have been. I pop them in my air fryer, give them a little warmth.
Yeah. So far, so good, honey.
Wonderful. And then on the other side of the plate here, like we already discussed, we have our green beans and feta. So it's green beans. We have sun-dried tomatoes in there. We put olive oil on the green beans to give them a little flavor. And then our feta made with the almond meal.
Okay. Is that like a vinaigrette?
Well, when you combine the feta with the olive oil in the, it kind of takes on a vinaigrette, but it's just tasting. Olive oil on the green beans.
Yeah, it's so fresh tasting. I like that.
Thank you.
Very tasty, and it's so pretty for the holiday.
Yeah, it really is.
This reminds me of Christmas. This little side dish right here. It's pretty tasty.
It's got the right colors. Yeah, that's something that grows on you. I like putting that on everything.
No, I like it. I've never had feta in the old world.
Okay.
So I don't know what to compare that to.
Yeah. Well, this has stronger flavors than feta in my memory, but it has such a unique flavor that it's gripping almost. You know, you want more of it.
And that's almond?
Yes.
I like it.
Thank you.
That was very tasty.
Wonderful.
I can't wait to have more.
Wonderful. Well, we do have a few more items. We have our wraps and our sandwich to show you as well.
I am such a sandwich girl.
Okay.
I am a sandwich girl. So bring on the sandwich. And so this isn't gluten-free.
No.
Okay.
This is where our gluten comes in. And so you can see here that we have our shawarma sub. We make our own seitan fresh, and then we cut it up and season it with the shawarma and steak seasonings, and put it in a Toronto roll. We put a little cheese sauce on the side and some spinach in there.
Yeah, I was like, I was looking for some kind of sauce or something.
There is a yellow sauce on the side there.
It feels tender in my hand. You know, sometimes seitan is so tough.
Yeah. Yeah, we really worked on the process to keep it as tender as possible.
It's very tender and flavorful.
Thank you.
It has a little kick.
Yeah.
I like the kick.
Yeah, it does. You know, with the bread, when you take a full bite, like it really balances it out really, really well.
I will take a full bite. Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
And see, like I said, I'm a sandwich girl. I like messy sandwiches though.
Like just really.
I want stuff dripping. I want to look like a kid and have everything coming down my arm. I absolutely love sandwiches.
Wonderful, yeah. It's certainly a comfort food to have sandwiches.
Margot, that is amazing.
Thank you. You know, my business partner, these are her recipes, and that's, you know, her expertise comes in, and she's a wonderful vegan chef, so.
Oh my goodness. That is very, very tasty.
Thank you.
Ooh, I can't wait to finish that.
Wonderful.
And so are you in stores? Where can we find this?
We are in Whole Foods all throughout the city. We're in some of the suburban locations as well. We're in Heinen's grocery store in the northern suburbs. We're in Woodman's all the way up to Kenosha. And we're in Standard Market, Fruitful Yield. We're in a fair amount of stores. I think we're in about 30 stores altogether.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah, we've been around since March, so we're getting there.
Okay, and was it easy or hard to get into those stores? And what was the process?
It's a lot of work to get into the stores, but I already had a lot of the connections because of my other vegan food company that was already in some of the grocery stores. It's a long process. It's, a lot of networking, a lot of getting to know people, figuring out who makes the decisions for each store, but I enjoy that kind of work.
Oh my goodness. Now, what's your favorite of what we've tasted so far?
I'm gonna say the Wakame Love Balls. Yes, those are my favorite. They're healthy, they're fresh, like they make, I feel good after I eat them, so.
Do you do any cooking yourself? Like what does Margot cook when she's at home? Besides what you told us about breakfast, like what's your ideal dinner that you would prepare yourself for yourself?
Being that I cook in the kitchen 10 hours a day, I don't find myself cooking at home a lot these days, but I really like trying new recipes at home. Like when I was cooking at home more, I found that I wouldn't make a recipe more than twice. Just because I like trying new things, and that's why I think I like this kind of work so much, because there's lots of different opportunities to try different recipes and to streamline the recipes and make them as efficient as possible using the proper ingredients. I really enjoy that kind of work.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, we should have you come back and we should do a food pairing with wine and food.
That sounds fabulous.
What are some of your other popular items that you may or may not have here?
We have a chickpea salad that is sold in the Whole Foods. It's whole food plant-based. We use cashews to make mayonnaise for that one. We have a couple other wraps. We have a buffalo wing wrap where we use tofu and we batter it and sauce it like buffalo wings. We have a breakfast burrito because, again, I just feel like breakfast is an underserved market in the vegan community.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a breakfast burrito that is a tofu egg with our seitan. So it's a steak and egg breakfast burrito. Yeah.
Cool. Well, what's next for Creative Vegan?
Well, next we are going to continue to expand the amount of stores that we are in, and then we're looking to open some sort of a ghost kitchen out of our current location so that we can be offering food to be delivered to people in Schaumburg, Illinois.
Oh, cool. And then probably online business and
all of
what
those
about a
things
brick
are
and
in the
mortar?
works. Well, and eventually that's kind of in the plans, but I think that we're more interested in expanding our grocery presence and making food for other stores.
I am really, really impressed. Like, I am a vegan foodie. I mean, that's just the truth. And I'm gluten-free. I've had so many gluten-free items that didn't taste like anything. So I'm very excited. Well, tell the people where they could find you.
So you can find us in Whole Foods in Chicago. We are in all 4 Heinen's grocery stores. We are in all 4 of the Woodmans in the area. We're in Pete's Fresh down in Calumet City and on Cermak. You can find us lots of places.
And then social media?
We do have social media at Creative Vegan.
So you can find Margot and the company at Creative Vegan on all social media platforms.
Correct.
Facebook,
Instagram. Yes.
Well, I am very impressed. I am so grateful you came and you shared, and I just want to thank you, and I really wish you well. I mean, I see big things happening for your brand.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. This has been wonderful.
Well, you know what? Will you come back and visit us again?
Absolutely, I will, Conda.
And then when you do come back, we're going to pair that food with my wine, okay?
That sounds like a fabulous idea.
Well, you heard it. Margot's going to come back. She's going to bring some more vegan food. We're going to have some more vegan wine. And guys, please follow her and follow me also. Sexy Vegan Wine Girl on all platforms. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you for watching. Go out and share. Bye. All right, guys, just when you thought it was all over, we started talking about something very, very serious. We started talking about penis pictures. And I had to keep my girl around for this. Hey, boys, if you're listening and you send us pictures of your penis and we do not know you, we don't want to see your penis picture.
No, we do not.
That's not going to make us want to date you, because in fact, now it's like, yuck. Because if you're sending it to us, you're sending it to everybody else, and it's just gross. Keep it in your pants. Now, that makes you look really desperate to us. I mean, we talk about it. We laugh about it. Now, some of the guys, though, they won't show you the whole penis. They'll show you, like, half of it, just the tip and stuff like that. Either way, trust me, I'm bold enough. If I'm interested in seeing it, I would just ask you. Period. What do you think?
I think that it is sexual harassment. I mean, it's really over the top. You know, people get really bold behind a keyboard. You wouldn't do that in public. You don't have those big balls, son.
Have you ever received a penis picture unsolicited?
Yeah, and it's kind of gross. It's not something I'm requesting. I've never asked for one, actually.
I just want to know what makes a guy feel like, hey, I bet she'll like me if I show her this.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, you are my dream husband.
Yes, yes. Now
so
I want to date you.
Now I want to date you.
Before I was like, I don't know.
I was on the fence before, but now. I'm sorry, guys. We're here being silly. We had a great interview today, and we just started talking about stuff that's going on in the world, and that's one thing that's very popular right now. Everybody's talking about their boxes being flooded with penis pictures.
Well, and the other thing that men are doing these days is getting into your DMs and just being like, hey, and then when you don't respond, they swear at you. Like, they get to be demanding of my time. Nobody gets to be demanding of my time.
Oh my God. Speaking of DMs, now thank you for triggering something. Jesus, I don't even know if I have time for this. Let's see, where's my phone? I don't know. Oh, here it is. So I'm just minding my business on Instagram, and I get a DM. I get this DM from the Prince of Dubai. He's the prince. He's like, oh, I'm the Prince of Dubai and blah, blah, blah. And I believe in charity work. Do you believe in charity work? And I'm like, yeah, I think charity is a good thing to do. And yeah, I have donated to charities in my life. Yes, I have. But what does that have to do? Like, why are you contacting me? And why is it so important for me to know that you're this rich person from Dubai? I already know. It's already on my radar. I know it's going to be a scam because he already asked me about donating to the charity. I said, well, I'm donated out. I won't be donating to any more charities until next year, okay? He's like, okay, well, then I'll call you next year. Like, they can call you in your DM or on Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
or, they can do that.
Yeah.
But, like, it's so many scams out here. This world is, I mean, I don't even know where we're going right now.
Right.
I mean, it's one scam after the next. Either the penis pic, either the guys that are portraying to be something that they're not.
Well, and Costco just had to send out an email saying that if you get a $75 coupon from us, it's not real. Lots of scams.
Speaking of not real, why do I on a daily basis get a call supposedly from my bank?
Right.
And supposedly from the IRS.
Yes.
And Social Security. And then here's the day of giveaway. First of all, the IRS is not going to call you telling you they're going to send someone to get you if you do not respond to this call. It's just a robot.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they have these people calling you and asking you for money because you supposedly owe these back taxes or this, that, and other. It is so many scams out there, guys. Don't be so quick to give your information. I mean, I'm getting them from, my electricity, my utility company, and they are not even calling me. It's like these scammers are calling you from, somehow they know who your utility companies are, who you're banking with. Like, now that is
That's
scary,
scary,
because
right.
they're accurate about, you know, who I bank with and who I use for utility, but it's just so fake. It's like a crazy sounding call that you get. The phone rings weird, and they're
Yeah.
robots.
Well, and do you feel like there's been an increase in the amount of fake calls that you get? Like, I feel like every time every fourth call is actually a real call. Every other three are fake calls. It's really, we've been inundated lately. I don't know if a law changed or what the deal is.
You know what? People are in desperate mode phase 10. That's what I say. I did pay for that robo-caller thing to stop these people from calling, and they still call. It slowed down. In their defense, it slowed down the calls, but they're back up again. It's like, what is going on? I hate it. Anyway, we just wanted to jump back on and you know, finish that thought, because we are really annoyed. We're annoyed.
Yes, we are.
So don't do it. Again, follow us on all social media. I'm Conda, Sexy Vegan Wine Girl, and
I'm Margot from Planting Meals and Creative Vegan Gourmet.
all right, be good to yourself. Bye.